We're always getting asked about why large gauge rings don't come in small diameters. Let's talk about it. There are two main reasons. First, most of the time body jewelry metals are bent in the metal's cold state and not while under heat. This means that when you bend a large gauge rod into a circle while cold, it can become stressed and start to fracture. Different metals have different degrees of stress points, so that's why you might see a 10 gauge 5/16 ring in steel, but not in titanium. Second, even if the manufacturer was able to bend the large gauge ring into a smaller diameter without it fracturing, it would be tough to work with. The larger the gauge, the more pressure and force is needed to bend it. For example, in a captive bead ring, the bead is held together by tension. To remove the bead, you have to open it slightly. While this is easier to do in a smaller size, the larger the gauge, the harder it is. And if the diameter is smaller, removing the bead becomes nearly impossible, even with jewelry tools. And using that much force on something going into your body is dangerous. The good news is manufacturers are starting to use heat in the process, creating more large gauge clicker rings with smaller diameters, like this one. This is a 6 gauge 5/16 ring. At this size, it's impossible to get it as a captive or circular barbell since they're single pieces, but this clicker is 2 pieces.